Did you know that Fidel Castro was once considered one of the most controversial figures of the 20th century, hailed as a hero by some and a tyrant by others? It's true, his life and leadership have sparked endless debates and discussions. Today, let's dive into the complex legacy of this revolutionary leader. In this video, you'll learn about Fidel Castro's life, his rise to power in Cuba, and the enduring legacy he left behind. From his early days to becoming a global icon of socialism, Castro's story is filled with fascinating twists and turns that shaped not only Cuba but also the world. Now let's explore the complexities of Castro's leadership and the challenges he faced. After coming to power in 1959, Castro quickly found himself juggling a myriad of problems. First off, there was the economic hardship, a struggling economy inherited from the previous regime. While he aimed to improve the lives of ordinary Cubans, the measures he implemented often led to shortages and discontent. On top of that, Castro faced significant international opposition. The United States, feeling threatened by his communist regime just 90 miles off its coast, imposed a trade embargo that lasted for decades. This meant limited access to goods, healthcare, and resources, putting even more strain on the Cuban people. So, while Castro was fighting for his vision of a socialist Cuba, he was simultaneously battling against both internal and external pressures that made it incredibly difficult to realize his dreams. Now let's delve into some key events of Castro's life. The Cuban Revolution, which began in the 1950s, marks the turning point when he and his guerrilla fighters overthrew dictator Fulgencio Batista. This was no small feat and established Castro as a significant player in global politics. His relationship with the Soviet Union also deserves a mention. In the midst of the Cold War, Castro found a powerful ally in Nikita Khrushchev, which only intensified the tension with the US. The famous Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962 brought the world to the brink of nuclear war and showcased the high stakes of Castro's leadership. Castro's policies, such as land reform and nationalization of industries, aimed to redistribute wealth and provide for the Cuban people. While these efforts did lead to some improvements in education and healthcare, they also resulted in economic struggles that left many Cubans dissatisfied. It is a classic case of wanting to do good while facing immense challenges that often led to unintended consequences. One of the most pivotal moments in Castro's career was when he officially declared Cuba a socialist state in 1965. This declaration not only cemented his leadership but also set the stage for Cuba's alignment with communist countries around the world. The implications of this move were profound. Cuba became a symbol of resistance against US imperialism, inspiring revolutionary movements in Latin America and beyond. However, this also meant that the stakes were raised. The US reacted fiercely, leading to increased tensions and efforts to undermine Castro's regime. From the Bay of Pigs invasion to various assassination attempts, the world was watching closely as Castro positioned Cuba as a key player in the global ideological battle of the Cold War. So what can we take away from Fidel Castro's life and political ideology? Recapping the significant aspects, we see a man who passionately believed in his vision for a better Cuba. His policies aimed to uplift the marginalized, but also led to significant challenges and controversies. Even after his death in 2016, Castro's legacy continues to influence Cuba and global politics today. Whether viewed as a hero or a tyrant, his impact on history is undeniable.